Namaste, I'm Nitin from Outside Infinity Mind. We are going to learn the different types of pointers, and I'm sure you would enjoy watching this video because you're going to learn the depth of the pointers hereafter. In this program, I'm going to explain you while pointer, null pointer, dangling pointer, and void pointer. In this program, I've taken a pointer of type int star. Now, the question comes, what is the value of p because it is not initialized? In the modern day IDEs, until unless the variables are initialized, you cannot use the variable. P must be holding an address because it is not initialized, so I'm assuming a junk address P is holding. So if I try to print the value present in the address by dereferencing P, so here in the earlier IDEs we used to get a junk value. In the present day IDEs, this printf will not run because P is not yet initialized. Say suppose if P is not initialized, then it is called as wild pointer. So what is a wild pointer? The definition is an uninitialized pointer is called as wild pointer. Now why it is called as wild pointer is because, as you can see from this picture, now P is having some junk address. Now what we are assuming here is P is holding the address where the printer link is stored. So whenever you want to print a document, we give the document to the operating system, and the operating system simply send this document to the link of the printer. Now say suppose if I dereference the pointer which is holding the address where the printer link is stored, and if I try to override, then what is happening here is the pointer P, which is not initialized, is behaving wildly, and hence the name wild pointer. So what is the solution for the wild pointer is we have to store null in the pointer. So now what is this null is, usually it is void star 0 typecasted to void star is what null is. So what do you mean by a null pointer is that the pointer is not yet pointing to any location in memory. So the answer for an wild pointer is null pointer. Now null pointer is safe. However, it is not useful pointer because it is not pointing to any location in memory. Further, now let me take a double type of pointer, say star p equals null, and now you know why we have to initialize pointers with null. Now what I'll do is, let me take the size variable and assume that the user is giving a value for this variable size at the runtime, and however for simplicity I have initialized a value of 5 to it. Now what I'll do is p equals malloc of say 8. Now what malloc returns is a void star value, mean to say an address which is generic in nature. That is, what type of value we are going to store in the address is not yet decided. So the prototype of malloc is void star malloc of size underscore t. In other words, you can simply consider this as unsigned int. That is the number of bytes we want to allocate. Say suppose if I take here a void star pointer, say void star ptr, now you can see there is no error. However, if I use the pointer we have declared at line number 8, you can see there is an error, and it is saying a value of type void star cannot be assigned to an entity of type double star. So what we have to do is we have to typecast this to double star. And now if I say 8, we are hard coding. So what we have to do is, we know that size of double is 8 bytes. So I can write 8 into size. However, in future, who knows, the double size might be changed to 16 bytes. So in that case, our program will fail. So how to make it foolproof is we have to use size of double. So now
40 bytes will be allocated here. The reason is size of double as of now is 8 bytes into size, that is 5, so 40 bytes is allocated. And now as you can see from the diagram here, the pointer P is null and nothing is allocated in the heap area. Now in the diagram 2, as you can see, after I have run the code in this program, that is line number 10, and going back to this diagram, as you can see now, P is holding the address of the memory that is allocated in the heap. Now we are going to use this dynamic array. So after the use, what we will do is we want to give back this allocated memory to the operating system. So in C and C++, deallocation of memory is the responsibility of the programmer himself. So I am saying free of P. So P, the variable pointer P is not freed. Note that in the previous videos I have told you that by mentioning the name of a variable we get its value. So P mean to say its value, which is the address of the allocated memory in the heap. So we are giving this address to the function free. Now the memory is deallocated, and what you have to importantly note is P is still holding that address, and hence the P now, as you can see from this diagram, P is called as dangling pointer. So in this program I have explained you wild pointer, that is uninitialized pointer, null pointer which is holding a value null, mean to say it is not pointing to any location in memory. Dangling pointer mean to say a pointer which is still holding the address from the heap, the area which was already deallocated. And void pointer means a generic pointer or a generic address, that is the type of the data which we are going to store in the address is not yet confirmed.
This video was very important for you because many questions in the interviews comes from this video. So I insist you that you have to be very careful while learning this video, and do ask me the questions in the comments. I'll surely answer. Do reach to me and visit our office in Mysuru. Join our courses for very depth learning of technologies that would fetch you a job in Tier 1 companies. Thank you.